Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about 10 simple red flags to look out for while you're dating for the first 3 months with a guy. So you might be dating someone and a couple months would pass by, at least 3 months he should take to decide if he wants to be with you. But during those 3 months, these are some red flags that you should look out for, which would indicate that you shouldn't really continue dating this guy. You would not get a relationship, or if you get a relationship, it would be very toxic and dysfunctional. So first red flag to look out for is that he disrespects your time. He's always late when you need to meet up. He's late for dates. He cancel last minute. Cancel 30 minutes before, cancel 20 minutes before. Saying things like, I will let you know when you need to meet up, right? Treating you like an option. And when somebody say, I'll let you know, to me, if I would decode that, I'll let you know means I have something to do that I believe is more important than meeting up with you. And if that event cancels or get disrupted, I can meet with you. But even though there's a possibility that I might decide not to deal with you. So that is, I'll let you know. That's what I'll let you know means to me personally. When somebody tell me I'll let you know, that is what I think they're really saying. And that is treating you like an option, right? So he disrespects your time. Second red flag, he never reschedules. Maybe you plan a date. Yes, you can plan a date sometimes. Most of the dates should be planned by him, but yes, you can have ideas where you might want to meet up or do something specific to you, which is fine. But maybe for some reason, he can't make it, he's busy. Okay, cool. But he never rescheduled to say, oh, remember that day I couldn't make it, but this day I'm free and then we can do that. Never reschedule, never come back to say when they are free and when they can meet up with you. So that's the second red flag. Third red flag, he ghosts, he disappears, he drop off the earth, he zombie you, bench you, breadcrumb you, flaky, right? Anytime you see that happening, that is a big red flag. So maybe you're talking for 2 weeks straight, okay, and then 1 week, nowhere to be found. You're not hearing from him, he's not calling, he's not texting, he might not be responding to you. Weeks pass and then they pop up again. That's called ghosting and zombieing, right? Dropping off the earth, nowhere to be found for weeks, for days, for months. That is a big red flag. Fourth red flag is they string you along, right? They might say that they don't want a relationship, but they would be saying things like they are probably dealing with something right now, an issue or problem, and when that is cleared, then maybe you all could be together. Saying things like nothing is wrong with the way we are. Saying things like status is not important. And many excuses just to string you along, just to have you there and to benefit from you and not be in a relationship and not take the responsibility to be in a relationship, right? Or maybe they don't want to let you down too hard, or they don't want to hurt your feelings, so they say things like that to not hurt your feelings, really. But some of them make excuses just to string you along, just to have you there, buying time, and know that they will never commit, right? Fifth red flag is that they are physical with you really quick. They are ready to have sex with you on the first couple dates, or they are touching you in places that they should not really be touching you as yet, too early. That's a big red flag. wanting to have sex with you really early on. Next is that they take a very long time to respond. They take more than 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours to respond to your message or to your call, or they respond the next day or days after or week after, right? Sometimes you probably might be texting back and forth and they just disappear while you're actually texting back and forth. They would not say that they are going to do something now, or they might be going offline, or they might be occupied. They just disappear when you are chatting back and forth, right? Or you call them and just like, we'll call you back all the time. They will call you back. They could never take a call. They don't respond to your call. They take a very long time to read your message and to respond to you. That's a red flag, right? Next red flag, the 7th one, is that when you're talking and when you're together, they're not paying attention to you. They're on their phone. They're always scrolling or doing texting or doing something. They're not paying attention to you. They're always on their phone, which is pretty disrespectful, and that's a red flag, especially because when you text them and when you call them, they don't answer and they take a very long time to respond. But when you're with them, they're always on their phone. So that is really weird, and that's a big red flag. They don't pay attention to you. They're not listening to you. They're always on their phone, scrolling or texting or doing something. Most of the time, it's not important. Maybe they could be walking, yes, but if they meet up with you, they should not be walking and meeting up with you, right? Next red flag, he doesn't plan any dates. He is not planning any dates. If you don't plan to meet up, you all will never meet. If you meet up, it's not necessarily a date. There is no plan. It's just random. It's just to chill and rock back. It's not a date. And you are the one who usually call first and you text first. So that's a red flag. You initiate contact always first. Most of the time he's not initiating contact, and if you don't message him or call him, you guys probably would never meet up or communicate. That's the 8th red flag. 9th is that you catch him lying. Maybe it's just small white lie or whatever, and he's just sneaky and really private, extremely private. And maybe if you try to ask questions, he's really vague and shy away from questions. He might not answer the question. He might answer and he still didn't answer the question. So that's a red flag. Lying, being really sneaky and extremely private about his life, and shying away from intimate conversations and not really answering questions, being very vague. 10th red flag you should look out for is that he hides you. Most of the time when you meet up, it's in the night. It's not really in public. If you are in public, he seems to shy away from you or pretend that he's not with you, walk far away from you. He's just like don't want to be seen with you in public. So those are 10 red flags to look out for while you're dating for the first 3 months. So it should take 3 months for a guy to decide if he wants to be with you or not in a serious relationship. If you see any of these red flags, it means that you should stop dating and move on to someone else. Why these guys are showing up like this? Well, I will not get into that in this video. This video is to help you to look out for red flags, right? He could like you, but that doesn't mean he wants a relationship with you, right? So those are 10 red flags you should look out for. And if you see them, it means that you might not want to be in a relationship with this guy. So that's all, and see you in the next video.